When we think of the world's greatest inventions, certain names come to mind: Edison, Tesla, the Wright brothers. But what about the minds we've forgotten? What about the innovators whose names never quite made it into the history books? Today, we're diving into the stories of 5 forgotten inventors who shaped the world as we know it. Without them, your daily life would be very, very different. Picture this. It's a cold, rainy day in 1902, and you're driving through a storm in your early automobile. But there's no windshield wiper. You're constantly sticking your hand out the window, wiping away the rain to see the road ahead. Enter Mary Anderson, a real estate developer from Alabama. On a trip to New York, she noticed that drivers had to stop their cars to wipe the snow from their windshields by hand. She thought, there has to be a better way. So she invented the first mechanical windshield wiper. In 1903, Anderson patented her invention, a lever inside the car that controlled a rubber blade to clear the windshield. Sounds simple, right? But back then, car manufacturers thought it was unnecessary, saying it would distract drivers. Of course, we now know how crucial this invention became. But despite her contribution to driver safety, Mary Anderson never made a dime from her invention. Her patent expired before windshield wipers became standard. Mary Anderson, an unsung hero whose foresight keeps us safe on the road every day. Now, everyone knows the name Edison. The light bulb is often his crown jewel of invention. But did you know that another man, Joseph Swan, beat Edison to it? Joseph Swan, an English physicist and chemist, developed an incandescent light bulb before Edison. In fact, by 1878, Swan had already demonstrated a working prototype to an audience in Newcastle. Swan's design used carbonized paper filaments, and though it worked, it wasn't quite perfect. The filaments burned out too quickly. A year later, Edison came along and improved on the design using a better material for the filament, eventually outmaneuvering Swan in the business world. But here's where it gets interesting. Swan's innovation was crucial in pushing the development of the modern light bulb. And in 1883, the two rivals ended up merging their companies in the UK, forming Edison. While Edison's name went down in history as the light bulb's father, Joseph Swan's pioneering work lit the path, quite literally, for the future of electric lighting. Now, you might recognize Hedy Lamarr as a glamorous Hollywood actress. But did you know she also helped develop the technology that made modern Wi-Fi and Bluetooth possible? During World War II, Hedy Lamarr, frustrated with Nazi forces jamming radio-controlled torpedoes, teamed up with composer George Antheil to create a revolutionary technology: frequency hopping. By rapidly changing radio frequencies, they designed a system that prevented enemy forces from jamming Allied communications. Although the US Navy didn't adopt their invention until years later, the principles of frequency hopping would go on to become the foundation for modern wireless communication. Today, her innovation is at the heart of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and even GPS. Yet for most of her life, Lamarr was only known for her films. So next time you connect to Wi-Fi, remember that behind that signal is Hedy Lamarr, a Hollywood star and tech pioneer. Imagine a world without traffic lights. Chaos, right? Well, Garrett Morgan, an African-American inventor, saw this problem firsthand and came up with a solution. Morgan, who already invented a safety hood, an early version of the gas mask, turned his attention to road safety after witnessing a terrible car accident at a busy intersection. In 1923, he patented the 3-position traffic signal, stop, go, and an additional all-stop signal that allowed vehicles and pedestrians a moment to clear the intersection. It was the precursor to the modern traffic lights we use today. His invention saved countless lives, yet Morgan's contribution is often overshadowed by others in the automotive world. Garrett Morgan, the man who brought order to our streets, but whose name often gets lost in the rush. From the windshield wiper to Wi-Fi, from the light bulb to the traffic light, these forgotten inventors shaped the modern world in ways we often overlook. Their stories are a reminder that history isn't just made by the names we remember, but also by those who slip through the cracks. Without them, our world would be a very different place. So, next time you use your Wi-Fi, stop at a traffic light, or wipe the rain off your windshield, take a moment to remember the unsung heroes who made it all possible. What other forgotten inventors do you think deserve recognition? Share their stories in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden history.